tomorrow lunch chicken. More 5 minutes. So my perception of negative example I'm giving you, see, just there are few products in the auto sector. Guardian, another is allergy. If I go there as a customer, what is going to do is, if I'm a student, I want to be having that if I start having, then what will happen? The guardian, obviously, my power, purchasing power increases. Same segmentations. If you have a product, how you want to segment that customer according to your product. If you have a product, which idea which is your mentioned, so the segment right. You have a segment, fine. If you don't have a segment, it is uniform for everybody. If your product is specified for everybody, then okay. If you have a specific customers, or types of customers, specify that. Obviously, you have to justify that, or you can create the demand. Example, Bollywood. You want to prepare an advertisement? It's a necessity. If your product says that it's a part of necessity, why you want to do that? It is not the cost structure is what is very interesting. Initial investment. If I want to start a venture, I start with concept. What exactly I require initial is on which is rough. Example, if somebody says me, cyclists, I want to have a cultivation area. He go an area, just specify the area, common what I want to do, or if labor cost, or I can have a daily labor charges. That's part of your cost. Revenue stream is the cost which you are incurring today. Will continue for a period, but every time you cannot put the money from you've done this customer segment. That customer is going to return you back. When you create a demand, that customer is going to pay you back. That will be your Right, guys? One more, put your papers. Keep your papers ready. I'll be making a group assignments. I'll give the group numbers. Okay. Group numbers we have. We will be evaluating on the parameters. We have some of the parameters. The 9 parameters what we are given. We will be carrying every parameter 5 marks. So you have 9 parameters. That means 9 parameters will carry 45 marks total. Out of 45 marks, we will be giving that marks. And that marks each will be carrying. We have one starter person will be evaluating on the basis of how he is doing business or you people want to do business. On that parameter he will be deciding. We have Sansar also, he will be evaluating on the parameter your concept. Because he is a guy, alumni guy, because you go to IMs, you don't find students sitting in the classrooms office. Am I right? They never sit in the classrooms. Everybody is doing some consultancy consists of a group is made, and there's doing some activities. It may be a consultancy, it may be a case study, or it may be a live project. They never sit in a classroom like we all do, sitting in a classroom on lecture sessions. The maximum time is spent on consultancies, activities, group activities. So normally this obviously he will be able to understand how your group is understanding the parameter of a concept. Okay. And last but not the least, I'll be evaluating on the parameter of your one proposition. I'll be understanding this marketing, customer segmentations, revenue segmentations, and more importantly, segmentation is emotional. That three parameter I'll be taking. So we have three people. We'll be taking care of some of the parameters, and we'll be deciding. Today we'll be deciding. We will be getting the results. So tomorrow, that group will only present the final presentations before the. Am I right? Clear? So I make it this group 1, 2, your group is 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I clear? Your group is 7. So we have 7 groups. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1. This is one group. This is 2 group. Second, this is, and this is your 3rd group, and 4th group. So we have a 4 group of CUDM. Okay. 4 group is there from that side. 1 group, 4th, 5th group, 6, 7, and 8. So 7 you don't want to give. So we have 6 groups. Okay. So likewise, I want to call team 1. Please be on your podium. Yes, go to the podium and submit the business canvas along with your sheets.
Group 3.
Group 3 is our
Group 4. To complete the box. No, only idea was.
Not necessarily that all the situations.
Access to placement program from education. Here's the basic thing in this idea. In my ideas, I think the caption is meaningful for. Actually, before going for presentation of this one, I want to say that this is not at all a new concept. This has been tried many times. Government 1985, I think they tried to incorporate this one, but that time it was a complete failure. But now, Narendra Modi has started, respected Prime Minister has started more initiatives. He had, I think, it is 11,000 crore fund for this food park establishment food park, especially to reduce the post-harvest losses of the food. Because generally the problem of our India is whatever the farmers is producing, out of those 30 to 35% we are just waste because we do not have space, lot of sufficient warehouse and everything. Because they are lot of waste, we are not able to keep them in somewhere. That's why they are complete waste. Whatever the farmers is giving and all his efforts are going to waste. So this meaningful concept I developed technology which is not an idea but developed, it's just communication and I take it as a reference from the actual project. Because generally the bankers and they are preferring the pre-established and reputed organizations to keep in their projects. So though we are just rising startup, as a startup we are considering, so I consider it a meaningful. So generally in a food park, the most important thing they will do is the post-harvest management of the produce. Thing is generally in Odisha they propose the food park in Rayagada district. So because it is southern of Odisha, so I would like to propose this one, the northern area. Means I belong to Moribund. So I would like to concern only on the Moribund, Baleshwar, Keonjhar, those kind of districts. Where the major produce are the rice, rice in general, green gram, black gram, and some kinds of fruits, vegetables also few farmers are producing. And major thing, our farmers are not producing because if they are producing vegetables, like brinjals and all they are producing, things they are not at all interested. In potato also, our climate is also quite good enough to cultivate potato also. But they are not producing because we do not have place, no gardens, no culture, nothing, no marketing. Nothing. If they are producing also, no one is going to buy them. And our whole system is dependent on the import, which we are from generally for potato, solely dependent on the Bihar and Maharashtra. But only we are dependent on Maharashtra Nasik. So here in this one, we are going to empower the farmers. We are going to ensure the farmers if you will produce the things that we are there to buy it. So this mini Cooper concept we developed. And then the activities we are going to do that one is rice milling because in the southern northern areas the major crop they are cultivating is rice. Generally, majority of the farmers are going to monocropping means in a year they are producing only one crop, that is rice milling. So however, there might be not sufficient number of rice mills. Even FCI also produce is facing problems where because they have to supply rice to the various schools and all. However, they are facing problem. There is no sufficient rice mills available. So we can consider this one in this book. But first and most important player is rice milling. Here we have just buying all the rice, all the fresh rice we are buying, and we are milling them, and we can sell it in a separate brand. And this is also quite very economical, very viable project this one. Because rice milling, keeping rice milling is no risk, we are not taking much risk. Because however the farmers is going to produce, that is doesn't matter we make it. The next is vegetable grading and packaging. Vegetable grading farmers are not producing. If they ensure that someone is there to buy our produce, we will market their produce. So the farmers will produce, we will sell them, we will be having a network chain like structure in which various separate outlets will be there, counters will be there, in which small counters will be there for each counter is there. Who will the SSG also, self-help groups, they also can work in this one, and they will collect the goods for the vegetables and everything. And in this plan, we will have one big area in which all our rice milling, in which our cold storage, warehouse, everything will be placed in one campus. One campus will place it, and there we will bring all the vegetables and all. They will be processed, and everything. And the quality produce, whatever the some fresh produce which is disinfected, vegetables and everything, are just going to extract it out, and we just supply the quality produce to the market. By producing, and by we are ensuring the quality food for everyone, because food is a basic need for everyone. And the warehouse for storing these things, and cashew processing unit. This is actually cashew processing unit. That if you go for southern side of Odisha, you will find a large number of industries. Even from the cashews from West Bengal to northern Odisha, they are supplying the cashew to the southern area for processing, because in those areas sufficient number of cashew processing units are not there. So we are going to establish the cashew processing unit also, where whatever produce locally they are producing, we will process it and we will market it. And again, another thing is agri-trade. Agri-trade is a thing in which we will have our agricultural experts. They will provide information about the crop, various stages, what are the disease affecting stages and everything. And what are the regardings also. They will supply the service in a minimum price. They are not going to make it free, because we have to pay the service for solar. This is we will produce the service, we will provide the service in a minimum price to the farmer. Then our value propositions are the most important thing is marketing assurance for rural farmers. Think, however, they will get the produce secure, their income is secure. If they will feel that one, then they will think to produce. We will secure that one, and generally all vegetables and everything are perishable. We just stop the wastage. That one, and branding of our produce. Thing is generally we are seeing that that one is relaxed waste. Normally in agriculture, why should I go for relaxed waste? Because it must be costly. We are just going to change the concept, mindset of the people, so that everyone, our things will be available in a specific brand. We will try to make a impression like that brand things will be good. Foods from this many food park, obviously it will be good because it will be monitored by several agencies and everything, several states. So it will definitely be good. And generally for empowering farmers also well producing. And generally another thing is we are going to hire, because if a farmer is getting security of his produce, he is emotionally attached with us, obviously. So if we will ask any of other farmers, like farmers, housewives, their wives and all, they are free at the time, we can ask them to work in our food park, like grading things. Generally, in all food parks, it is proposed that all the grading, vegetable grading and everything, they are going to distribute that work should be done by the women, because they are anyhow it is a mindset that the women will take care of the quality maintenance. So we are going to women empowerment also in the farmers community also, and in that way indirectly we can get the manpower in the cheaper price also. Comparatively cheaper price also we can get. Then the customer relationship, we are going to produce good quality things that will be customer thing. Once they will start buying, they will continue buying from us. And we are going to because we are going to supply the food in a regular manner, and that is relatively cheaper price. Because generally, if you are going somewhere, So in a quality you are going. Then whoever is giving less price, we are buying on that one. If the quality is also good, we are buying on that one. So however, in this way, we are going to build impression with our customers and the customer segment. This is the most important thing. In our whatever the concept we will use, whoever is picking is our customer. So obviously, indirectly, I want to say that whoever each and every one of you, I'm trying to make you as my customer. Because you are eating definitely is to buy food from market, right? So that your mother, your wife, they will cook. So you are my customer. You will be my customer because we are assuring the quality. So you are my customer, obviously. And these are the things coming to the cost structure. Cost structure, this project will cost around 12 to 13 crores because in there is a rice milling that will do rice milling also for the budget of the rice milling. It is divided into several steps like there is several concepts like if capacity of the mill. If it is 2 ton per acre, 2 ton per hour, 1 ton per hour, like that, accordingly we can divide the price. So for producing, here we are estimating just for starting initial stage, we are estimating 2 ton per hour capacity. The cost will be around 3 crores for establishing the marketing and everything. And for vegetable grading and processing, for that we have to buy, we want to make it complete mechanized, so conveyor belts and everything is required. So the cost will be around 1 crore. And the processing unit, we need to over the things which are just less quality food. We shouldn't throw it. We can process it. We can make it like potato. We can make it chips, like because whatever the thing, if something is available different, people will eat it. So, however, and transportation are also we are estimating 2% of the manpower we are providing 4% around. In general, for heavier streams, we are going to we are going to tie up with the NABARD because NABARD is the maximum funding agency. NABARD is providing the maximum fund for the food. According actually in Punjab also this kind of concept already they have started with our state government has started it. Even food park, mega food park also started but no one was going to finish. So we can make it good. And city also going to hire for the I think last week the agriculture sector also included under the small industry development tax. How to like this or industry will work. Thank you.
your other raw materials and their processing and sale in your own brand, or you want to just keep customizing. But if you are going to subscribe a book from your I'm going to the one people are
if I'm assisting the performance of their produce.
all you are going to process all the food material and process and work and then and sell.
Yes, we're going to do that. Processing industry means providing some service like agri service to a platform. Agri trading. Because NABARD already funded such institutions, already funded in Punjab, like that, and I think Jharkhand also, already they have funded. And second thing, the state in pharmaceutical education getting that our farmers can be secured, the minimum income of the farmers can be secured and the farmer, because however, it is a very big social political aspect, it's very big, very big issue. No, we can make some contract like that. We procure it. हाँ, ये manpower and others like that. Manpower and others. For vegetables, we have to compete with generally for Reliance Fresh to their place. These are two for vegetables and procurement, and for milling industry. And these we are trying to sell those things also. Again, it will be possible people tie up if you make a contract with the Reliance Fresh to their place. They will say our goods. They will say our market.
Are you looking at panels? You are looking at all your
It's very fair just to assemble training.
I'm Sagar from Central University, and today I want to present to you my model. Today I want to present my model. It's a small model, but I think everything starts small, and it's a good initiative in my point of view. Because at present time, we are looking for a well-being, but at the cost of our environment. Well-being is required, but at the cost of what is the point?
What is the name of the class?
Integrated farm. So anything comes truly good when it's integrated. The needs of one should be interlinked with the other. Then only there will be a composite working, and there will be a good outcome. So keeping this point in mind, I have designed the thing which is called integrated farming. In my model, I have 5 components. First component is oilseed production. Why I have selected oilseed production is today in India, 80% of oil is imported. Only 20% is produced in our country. So there is a huge demand for oil, and the country is paying a lot to get this oil imported. But there is no small effort even for production of oil. So I have selected this as good, as a remunerative, and even remunerative is very remunerative. And this byproduct which comes from oil will be feeding the other enterprise of the farm. So first enterprise is oil seeds, and coming to second enterprise is cows. I have put cows in my farm because they will be for milk production as well as the waste that comes from the cow will be used as a manure for my crops. And I will be using very less inorganic materials as possible and be utilizing only organic manures to the highest level possible. So cows are very much required in the field. And the food to the cows is after extracting the oil, we have cakes, and these cakes will be helpful, have good nutrient content, and will be helpful in giving nutrition to the cows, which will be reducing my input to the cows Then concentrates were to use the curves, nutrient concentrates, they can be reduced through this oil mix. Next, coming to the third component is agroforestry. Today, because of commercialized farming, there is lots of biodiversity, a great loss of biodiversity, and there is only not more than 50 to 60 crops which are mainly concentrated, and rest of the biodiversity. So what I thought is, let's include some trees in the farm so that there will be uh, good biodiversity, like there will be birds come to our field, there will be natural pollinators, and they will be helping my field to get in this in a lot many ways, which I can't do through mechanization. They act as good pollinators, and they help in feeding on the pest, which can't be done through pesticides. They are natural predators for my pests which are found in the field. So, agroforestry. What crops I include here is tea. Tea. Each plant has cost around 1 to 200. If this tea plant is planted on the bunch, in 30 years, this plant will grow to a size which such that it gets 50,000 per each plant. So I will be having a definitely good income from each plant. So 150 is 50,000. It's a big amount, but it takes 30 years. But that's not. But it takes time to generate money. So this is a enterprise in my farm. Next, coming to nut production. And sir, I have a half part. Sir, I have sir, I have a half plan part.
Because I do not see a scale. If I do not see a market of this or this many universities, I am not going to do it.
If you will
That's the meaning of philosophies of related. That's not a business. I will not take even it.
That's what but I come to the complete family you will regret that.
So you have anybody saying something, you have to give some facts and figures. That facts and figures has to mention. Like if something I'm talking about interesting, like you should understand the what policy or anything. If you want to like this is
Fine, otherwise I'll tell you the last plan, guide plan. So please tell me. And next, coming to two other advice comes is vanilla production and nut production. Vanilla is cheaper and it needs support. So we'll use a unit line for both nut and vanilla production. These recurrent plants are very tall and they provide a support for the vanilla plants. So there will be utilization of same kind of food crops and there will be a lot of plant which will be replicated in one sense. So why are selected cow is that these the cows which I am going here are complete Indian breeds like Red Synthesite, Haryana cows, which will give you good quality milk and they are making up 60 per liter. Which rupees if you go into commercial market you'll be getting 1 liter milk for around 30 rupees, but here it's fetching 60 rupees, it's a good amount. And so it's why I am located in rural areas. And in markets also, integrated with other dairies, here is located in the market. So this is the concept map, and the PPT numbers will be a little bit extra.
Third group.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. My name is Pramila. I'm from Central University studying third year ABSc. We choose our enterprise named as Livestock Farm. I hope all you people know about livestock. That includes many things like fishery it includes, duckery it includes, piggery and poultry, and the milk which we are consuming is from cows and buffaloes, everything. So all these things totally included in this livestock farm. And in livestock, if a farmer selling is having only cows or only buffaloes, he or she is able to purchase. He or she able to sell only the milk. If we give an idea of making also maintaining the poultry in their farm, then along with that poultry, what the waste, poultry waste, what we are getting, that can be used as a good nutrient for the fish. That means it acts as a feed. I hope so many of you may not be knowing this. The waste of the poultry is used as a feed for fish. Fish will be getting a better nutrient and it is a good feed for fish. Like in the same manner, um, rice farm is there. In the rice farm, rice is a crop. In that crop, we will be adding ducks. Ducks are included in the livestock. These two are linked. Rice is a crop and duck is a livestock. If we leave in the rice field ducts, those ducts helps us to eat all the insects. What are the insects and the waste bacteria which is present? That eats everything from the rice field. So that we are helpful by the ducts because we don't need to add any fertilizers to the field. Why? Because the duck is eating everything what is the bacteria which is unnecessary in the field, that is clear. So in that way, that is in agricultural terms, that is from this rice and duck farm. So in this way also livestock is helpful to the agriculture, and also there is a clear relation between the our crop production and the livestock. And coming to the what are the key partners which we need for this livestock farms are skilled personnel required. Why? Because every farmer may not be know that what are the uses of this duckery or piggery or something. But if we educate them, then they are able to manage this. And the main motto of livestock is milk production. Why? Because I'm saying the main motto is milk is overall we are using a milk. Every individual needs milk, and including with that, our livestock includes cows, fish, cows, goats, sheep, etc. From cows and cows we get the milk, and the goats also we get the milk. Goat is also used as a meat. That flesh is used as a meat. Like that only, leather. From sheep we get the leather. So from the livestock, not only the milk production, we can be connected with the leather industries and we can be connected with the meat and all. So these are some of the interlinks present in the livestock connected to the crop production and also to the industries. And cows are there, buffaloes are there. We are getting the cow dung, buffalo dung. With these dung, we can use this dung as a biogas. Biogas is very much nowadays. Biogas is used a lot, and we can produce it by our own. A farmer can produce it if we teach them. A farmer can produce it by their own. And so these are some of the very value propositions like leather industry, medicinal values. We know that cow urine is also known as sorry, sorry. Cow dung is also used for many medicinal values. You know, cow urine is used to cure cancer disease. So in this, by keeping a livestock like farm, we'll be having many aspects which are useful for a human being in his daily life, like curing diseases, like for a good nutrition and all. But for maintaining such a livestock farm, we need if we want to get so much of customers, we need to maintain quality. Quality is the best thing what we have to maintain. And it should, if quality maintained is not only the main thing, quality is also, it should be good and also the price must be the good so that the person can afford. So the quality and the price, these two are the main propositions that farm should be. And coming to the water, the main resources which we need for this land is the main. We need land. In 3 acres of land, we can use 2 acres of land for the livestock and 1 acre for fodder purpose. Why? Because water is required for feed for the animals. So in that way, we have to maintain. And by using all these, in overall, our investment will be like 10 lakhs and we can get a good profit. Thank you.
Like the other sir, he covered 11 covered he was covered serious
Only rice crop,
yes.
that's a rice and duck farming, sir. Along with the production of rice.
Rice is not like that, right?
It's not a livestock.
We have only considered livestock.
That means in rice we need so much of water level. Water level is made for rice, and ducks also need water. So in that way, if we leave ducks, that will be better for us, and also duck will be getting the water, and we may not be in pressure.
But otherwise, you are running serious.
No, it is.
So your dogs can be here in the PC count. Why will you give a separate rice field? We feed with water and for variance in the dogs.
Rice after the dry matter of the rice will be using for the cow for feed.
So obviously now because dogs plus livestock, not just livestock. So they would rather be ordered integrated cow. Right? Okay, anyway, there are numbers. We talk about three, talk about dogs, we talk about sea, is there any standard formula how to calculate that? How many dogs would be ideal for how many cows or how many ducks or how many pigs or what. Some function is there for fertilization. Or the finishing is routine.
Cows should be at 20 and each cow it may cost like 40,000.
Not one. But the combination of the illegal, how you interlink cows to dogs to cereal to whatever. But the issue, either is under control or anything will do that.
That depends on the land area that we.
So according to the ratio, let us say 10 is the total number. So how much for each one?
Because there is an equilibrium concept. You said the liter of one system to be equalized by the second one. So there has to be standard formula, right? At least some equilibrium formula. Without a ratio, it's a
Do you
million.
have any idea how much you are going to use for all equal?
Not only.
Then how much? That is what we are trying to ask.
Where do you get the funds from?
For 1 year or 1.5 years, that is our investment. And later on, with the income what we are getting by selling those products, we can
Start with from day one.
we need to start with our investment.
No bank.
Is also
Myself, Papa Kumar, I was from Century University, but I am here going to present some. I have here we are doing it with the collaboration with KBS, that is Multiple Research Community on NGO. And what we are doing, I will explain to you.
What's the business name? Is Basmari or educated?
First, doing a rural business doing a agri business in rural area, we have to know what are the problem of the farmer. When we are concentrating on farmer, so we have to know the problem of the farmer. The problem of farmer starts from choice of crop to marketing of the product. When is the marketing is part, what crop he is going to do, the monsoon is good, whether the land is good for that crop. That thing we don't know. Actually, we know about market the rice. We know about it for farm project rice. But instead of rice, is there any crop which will give more profit than rice? If we don't know, we have to tell we have to tell the benefit of that crop. Then unavailability of input. Yes, so agriculture now is modernized, but the inputs are available, not available in the rural area. So we our NGOs help to give the better inputs. It's like SRE, technology, better speed, and more management practice. We don't know when to irrigate, how to irrigate, and also we don't know how much amount of fertilizer is going to give per day in the soil, at what time we is going to add, and also we don't know what is the disease and pest, and also marketing of the product. This is the main thing for farmers management, and marketing of the product is the main thing for a farmer. because of rural area there is no communication and no transportation system. So he is not able to get that much profit what is expected. So we are going to do that, and also we are going to social awareness among people. Social awareness like what is the health of that particular area and education of the children or education extension of the in the research, or we can say that six components are the where we can focus. First is the seed distribution. Because the first thing of the agriculture is seed. Without it, we cannot expect agriculture. So the first thing is seed. The time we provide the seed is very much difficult. If you want to get the seed from the government, then the time the crop season will come. After 1 to 2 months, the seed will come through government agency. So the private agency will provide the seed in proper time so that the irrigation or monsoon will come on proper time. And second thing is marketing. Second thing marketing because marketing is the main problem. So marketing required for a farmer. We don't know how to market the product and management. And also additional enterprise development. What is additional enterprise development is instead of one crop, he can do all of these because if you cultivate maize, then it requires very less time so that he can develop his own enterprise in home with the help of his family members like personal cultivation or working compost unit or working mass, everything he can which is easily available in his shop. And second one is health. Health is the first thing, main important thing because without health, how a farmer can go for field and how he will work. And third thing is social development, social economic development. If the economy of the farmer is not developed, then how can the development of the nation possible? Our line is that the economy of the India lives in rural area. Now these are for maize. I was estimating the cost of cultivation and the NGO profit for the maize cultivation, especially because I am seeing this one. That's why I am telling the maize cultivation. Suppose the seed rate of the maize for 1 hectare is 15 kg, and the cost is 2,550, and the fertilizer that is 6,000, and the labor cost that is 7,500, and the irrigation is 20,000, and the implement is 20,000. For enterprise. Right side the NGO investment, initial investment of the NGO.
Why you are both the things in comparison? These are only to the one.
Until and unless the farmer will believe that he is going to get something more than the rice or other things, he will not believe us. You see, for the presentation we are giving the NGO profit. But if we go to the rural area, then only we can give the input cost of the farmer. Setup.
Now look at the revenue sources. Then only we will be able to arrive at the profitability.
Yes, sir.
But why you are putting the farmers for it?
That's not compared. It is the chart.
Labor cost, irrigation cost. So this is per month costing or per season costing.
For one crop, one season.
One crop, one season, complete season. This is the cost.
That's for one hectare is going to be just 21,050. You harvesting the cost is 21,550 rupees, and the investment of the NGO is like well done from one season, and the farmer profit. Then the next is farmer profit. From 1 hectare of cultivation of land, we can get 50 quintal per hectare. 1 hectare. 1 hectare. That is the MSP of the maize is 1,310 rupees. For 50 quintals, that is 65,500. The profit is around 44,000. For the farmer, for 1 hectare of land, at least we can get 40,000. If the management is good. Then for the NGO, if the NGO is higher than 1,000 hectare of land on a particular district or for 7-8 crops, then he will sell the maize by 1500 rupees per quintal.
Products are executing and selling. Your facility commodity. So you have your supply seeds, and you said you supply seeds.
So with supply chain, because it is in marketing, the seed will not come to the farmer or food quality of seed. The market is the product. So we can benefit 190 rupees per quintal. And for 1,000 hectare of land, we can get 38 lakhs of profit by exploiting our industry. The roughly is 80 lakhs. Then this is the farmer interaction where I have to explain something about KBSL. As the participant are given to MSO partner is KBSL. So I want to something explain about KBSL. What is KBSL? Actually, now is the initial step in social development like farmer interaction and also education to more children.
Egyptian NGO or Egyptian producer? NGO. How you are populated in NGO? Your business plan entirely relevant for trading. You should not be minded about NGO.
Outside of
That's what I think I'm looking at. So I'm not doing it. So you know, right? Initially, from the issue, you promote the celebration. Once they said, you float another one would you purchase the community. That's not community. Why we need to talk about the seed supply all this? Even if you don't supply, somebody else should do it.
First we are dealing with quality. Because the quality is not working
I will not see the efforts to maintain quality. You only
who will provide the seed and hybrid seed. So the quality will be automatically maintained by hybrid seed. And also will support the management practices. Management.
So we are operating
Operating cost salary is related to the employee. This is total investment for NGO for 1
there's a lot of company. You're saying if you are a road way and create a between connecting your enterprise to your fast. That is NGO. Because that is what you have to create the science. Because you cannot say that I was in an NGO and want to remember. These are two different propositions. NGO cannot say from over profit. And you are told about the transport cost in NGO. It has to back to the transport related committee. There is no enterprise over there. don't show the profit. Don't show the profit in it. Just when you don't show the profit. Go to the engineer. The producer is the product. Start marketing and then go backward to supplying seeds, advice. There's the analysis in response in start discuss. You need to select the next to maintain your cross and your brand. Let's go.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Daniel from Operating Institute EDC Workshop. We have a model on service sector. Our model called PP Private Limited. PP is for product promotion services. And we have 5 members in our team. Deepak Tian, Pradeep Azad, I am Daniel and Manoj Mandal and Yogesh Gosla. Value proposal. We want to give all the local vendors a platform to rise their business by promoting and problem solving of their business issues. Sir, it's related to service sector. We will provide all sir, PP Private Limited, Product Promotion Private Limited. Yes. We will provide all facilities which the local vendors need, but in a cheaper price. Actually, sir, in our local area, there are lots of local like small scale industries, but they don't have any market promotional activities like marketing, financing, and all these sectors. They just know about the running their business. They are successful in their area, but I want to promote them in district level and state level, and thereafter national level. Our key activities are promoting local products by platform, by pamphlet, by using internet, social media, by organizing exhibitions, events, and to help them by providing loans from business, loan for business and problem solving. Our key resources are laptop, internet, printing machines, social networking, and motor vehicles. Thereafter, I will go to customer relations. We will follow them by personally and by giving business ideas by connecting with them with social media like Facebook, WhatsApp, Gmails. Thereafter, channels. We will meet them personally and suggesting them what are the problems they have, what will be the solution to they need. And the customer segment. Our target customers are the small scale industries from the rural area. For example, I will give 4 examples of some small scale industries like Mr. and Mrs. Alisha Art and Craft from Cuttack. They have invested rupees 1 lakh and they have no opportunity to promote their products. And thereafter, Mr. and Mrs. Anjali Agarwal from Sambalpur, Mr. and Mrs. Parik and Sons Agarwal from Sambalpur, Aqua Mineral Water from Nayagarh. These small scale industries have no ideas to how they promote their products in market. their successful business in their local areas, but I want to promote them in a district level, state level, thereafter national level. Our first cost structure, we have rupees 2,50,000 for fixed assets, 50,000 for variable assets, and 2 lakh for capital. It's an initial stage only, and we are working on it. It's not completed yet, so we are not clear on what is the exact figure. And our revenue stream, we will start a small amount from them, or we will start a small percentage from their profit for a particular period. Thank you.
Kind of business you are talking about, you are targeting these small things, and you talk about digital marketing and all those things. Do you think these people can afford those kind of
Yes, sir. Actually, our motive is to promote them, not to charge a higher price. Yes, sir.
There's a cost, it's a cost.
Sir, we will provide them in a cheaper price. Like, sir,
Where will you promote this? Digital marketing, where will you promote this digital marketing?
like in a district or in a state, like using websites.
You're talking about Facebook promotion,
Yes.
you're talking about Google promotion.
Yes.
You have an idea how much they will charge?
Sir, we will promote it by using our own website.
Only on your website?
Yeah. Yes. Sir. Because they have no,
Your website,
they cannot.
what is the traffic on your website?
Sir,
How will you pull in traffic in your website so that their product is promoted?
हमारा वेबसाइट का उतना व्यूअर्स को होना चाहिए ना।
yes, sir. Sir, we
I think I will also ask question available. What is your ESP? Marketing. Sir, you are trying to make marketing promotion company.
yes.
What is your USP? तुम्हारा खासियत क्या है? ये स्टार्ट करने के लिए।
Sir, actually, sir, we have connected with some small organizations, and we know we have a good relation with them, and they will, I think, they will help us to promote them. Yes, sir.
You should have some, you should get some competition. You should have many advertising and marketing space already to help us. How do you think you will support them?
Sir, actually, it's a
What is
message.
different about these? There are hundreds of advertising agencies. What is different about these?
Sir, actually, there are hundreds of advertising industries, but they don't need to promote the local vendors. We are trying to promote local vendors, like rural areas.
But the kind of advertising you are talking about rural areas, they are not there.
Sir, obviously, sir, in this society, every person are using smartphones, internet.
What you say is fine. But if you go on your website does not have that viewership, that traffic. So you have to promote it in Google and Facebook. When you go for a business promotion on Google and Facebook, you cannot promote it. Because what they post on Facebook goes from around 10,000 to it will go on and Google accordingly, like that. So do you think these people can afford that much of more money?
Actually, they are working on it.
How will you use system? How will you use system? You don't get something from me. How will you use system as a part?
Sir, actually, we are working on it and we don't think about it deeply. We work, I think.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, friends. Myself, Sam Das, friends, and yes, and welcome to Central University Information. And we are going to present our company business model, that is micro entrepreneur private limited. And actually, I am inspired to do this type of business that is from a movie, that is longer period. And we are focused only the in our business strategy. We are focused only the slum area people, and by which we can get the direct revenue or profit by using them and take the business. In our business model, there are some key activities we are fixed, and the key activities are first there is teaching and training, and I think that when first we have to get some area people and let give them some training to how to stitch, let them the training and how to stitch and how to make some dresses by which they can also first they are training, then secondly they can make this own business. Then after that they can make their own business, and that is ultimately make an impact on our company. That if they are well trained in stitching, like this we can make some we can strategies, we can get touch with some branded companies and get them and make them by stitching our company. Micro entrepreneur private limited. Private limited. And after that, if they are properly there in the stitching, they get a proper training on stitching, then we are get ultimately we are get the profit. Secondly, for their health, because the small area people are very hard work and they very dedicated to their work. So if we give them chance to work, then that will also take care about their families in our organization. You know, there are some criteria, and we make a child care unit. Suppose the both people, father and mother, both are working in our organization and they produce some products. After they have some child, they have some children. So we make a child care unit and we try to take care of those children by who are working, whose parents are working in our organization. And third thing is we are making entrepreneur development program. That is a very crucial program what we make. According to this EDC sector, we are providing products. So suppose I am a normal retail shop and I sell some products. According to EDP, we there some of the readers obviously here see buy some products or in credit from wholesaler and from direct company, and they buy the credit. What is the credit part by using the credit? They give some interest to the company. So in this section, we are doing that we directly purchase those products from the company and give them to retail shops by which they can sell it profitably, and then they don't have need to give some interest to us. They only direct the capital money part of their product. They don't have to give any interest. So it is very useful, and this concept is very new. And third thing is we are dealing with the digital image. Digital is a part activity that makes us children from slum areas people that they can learn computer, they can basic knowledge of computer. Basic knowledge means we can teach them how to run a computer, what is keyboard, what is mouse. A lot of things they can know, and we make a unit for them that they can came to us and we keep them study. We can do proper study, and by digital unit, they also can learn a lot of things about computers. And the thing is, therefore, this is a production. In our organization, we make a change that we want to produce those items. Suppose we are directly going to reality world. Suppose we are going to theater to see a movie. What we purchase? Normally, we purchase the product if we normal standard people. Normal standard people purchase potato chips and lot of tea or coffee. So by production section, we will what kind of we want to do that we may produce some potato chips, like those other items, badam, and those items are very they are seen very neglected item, but just very we can buy selling this item, we can get general revenue and we profit properly. So that's production value is very important. We are doing production of lot of things. Then we are making a retail shop. Whatever we produce in our organization, we make our retail shop. In this retail, by using the retail shop, we can even implement to a stock people who is the marketer for us. Someone is the marketing who marketing our products. Second, there is one person should be present and who in our retail shop and to sell the product every day. So these are the key activities we are doing. And the key resources. What are the resources we are doing? Key resources is in digital unit or the digital unit which make approximately 50,000. If there is a new, we are getting the getting then we are getting suppose we are getting new project. So we have some investment and suppose in the digital unit, suppose that we are purchasing some computers. Like we are standard unit, so we are getting some computers that will be purchased in cheap rate and make them first at first there's the cost in the business. So we are making first we have to give a little bit of knowledge and the production part we are making another product that is candle. Candle is a very rare things that we have to produce and second that we have also some key partners that the partners are giving us lot of raw material, lot of funds. There's a lot of funds. We get a lot of funds from the bank. We can take a loan from the bank. And then we have the media partners we have also that we have to promote this company by through media. I which we can popular in all areas because this is a very social work. We are doing a social work and actually in terms of business. In terms of business, we are doing social work. So we need media partners. Then we have the almost this is a company. Almost.
Please explain on social part again. How is your social thing?
Just actually, sir, we are in the slum people. First, there's a concept of slum people. Slum people are very neglected people in our society. We don't. We are always neglected because they are not rich, they are not, their body language is not good, their dressing sense is not good. So, for a social means that they are people who are living in the below poor level, below poverty because of below poor level. So, we have to promote them in a proper condition that they can also be a businessman. They can be also a businessman. But
are you promoting your business or you are promoting their business?
that is the strategy, sir. That is the good. That is the main cross relation we are doing this time. Because sir,
Which one you are
both are sir. That is our motto is also promoting the.
Which one is primary?
The primary thing is our to generate profit in our
In your business.
in our business. How to popularize the business.
So maybe you are only.
No sir. That is no sir. That is both are doing consequently that if one part is good, then another consequence is always good.
Say you are doing one action and the faster benefit, the other also get getting benefit, but not your intention.
The Indian language first because the starting the business Indian language. So we are main part because they are the main figurehead of our company, the slum people. Now, for the there are some value proposition and value proposition I would like to my friends, my friend Mukesh to elaborate this.
Good afternoon to us. Our company value proposition as first of the employment as our necessity is going to the for the smart city. So we are targeting the do the city smart, but we are neglecting the slum. If we do the slum something smart by giving them some employability, education, basic education and training. By giving in our organizations, we give targeting the slum people to give them employment. In slums, they maybe get employment 1 day or 2 days, maybe in by month, or maybe not in by month. So we are giving them for in our project, give them the employment and give in a digital unit, we give them the basic education about the computers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So they don't get employed daily.
No, sir.
Means on a month, in a month, how many days they get?
Sir, in a month, it may be the 10 days, 13 days, maybe 15 days, or 5 days. Yes, sir. I'm taking the survey. Basically, they are daily laborers, mostly daily laborers, and daily laborers. Maybe they are working, not working. They not get working daily working.
You say on average, after days they don't work.
Yes, sir.
15 days per day, how much is that?
Per day they are incoming 100 to 150 rupees. They are incoming 100 to 150 rupees per day. Yes, sir.
What is the standard rate when you are practicing? Labor law.
300. Sir,
Is no like that's it. Even if they hire nobody people, they get at least 300 to 400 rupees.
but sir, they are saying that they are getting 100, 150 or 200. Yes, sir.
And today, no labor is going only to the contractor who is giving him this is daily less than 50 rupees. And to the private people like us, they don't come less than 300 to 400 rupees.
But sir, in my survey, I felt
Maybe one or two people who we have given a job, but not on an overall basis.
this is the main one. This is the common thing. Next.
Listen.
By the next is stitching and training program. In stitching and training program, we give them training, and by the stitching, after the stitching program, they can make their own tailoring shop, or maybe they can be attached any company for the tailoring or for the any order. Next, cost structure is by the sir.
Teaching lesson will be 4 lakh for 4 lesson. One lesson will be 1 lakh for 80. Then it goes in those who are interested to in the production back, they are get training from the institution. That will be here for unit is 6,000 for 5 months, and here 5 months and 5 months. The revenue will be 1,20,000, and digital unit will be 50,000 for 5 computer, and digital unit income is 250 for 1 student. There will be 10 students for 4 months. And production from that material will be 50,000, and production of the seeds and other things will have 3,000, and unit will be 1,000 unit, and charging them 250 for child, and it will be 8,000. Thank you, sir, for giving this opportunity to give our business model. Thank you.
I have a project and I given that the standard and consider good. How we are compare constant and good. We have to use that customer of rural areas where the customer will be in the illiterate and they don't know how to operate in the areas, and they also selling their products, whatever they produce in that area. They don't get the proper copy. That's why we want to organize, get an organization for the welfare. That's why we given the name to be considered our Hello is that and consider is that whatever the problem that was facing, we want to solve that problem, and they are expected by the agricultural authority of that area, and they don't know what are benefit the government are providing them, and they are not getting that. That's why we are organizing a consultant into that's where the agents and they will go there and they next hours into them what the facility are forming and how they can get that from and how they can get the profits. That's why we are organize some types of standards are that's the some standards of that area. When the you can understand there is a language in that particular area of the world would be that rural areas people say are would be good knowledge about the area and also they can good communicate of the related area of the good more areas and they can concentrate them very well and which would be very effective for them. And sometimes our kids and the members will go again and again that area visit and whatever the awareness and whatever is resulting in that areas, they will evaluate them. Yes. And whatever the government provide the skills to develop the rural areas for farmers, that's all are we take efforts to function that properly and whatever comes that the revenue we will get. That's the our main motto. And customer relationship. How can we get relationship with them? That's why there are some sellers and sellers who organize and get collect and they will go as a particular area and then collect the information and the customers is the target and what are the products and what are they developing as a development. And how by the awareness scheme of statistics, how can we get the topic on how can we make revenue? That's it our because only not we don't want to only give service any comment in the particular Odisha, whatever the government provides for the rural area farming awareness are many schemes for we will take that scheme and properly apply it and whatever revenue we get will collect it. Our key issues are that are some of the good consultants will collect and we will use the particular sessions such as that which area will select that areas and we will set up the office and that from that centers we will organize for the audience. And our key activities are that the main moments are the whatever the whole related problem are facing some problem, solve that problem properly and provide them good service to them. And our cost is the fast one of our organized will start fast cost will plan to invest in airlines and and like we are planning to organize like consultation.
You are getting more consulting or instead also in videos said we will also take benefit of what we have to market to the farmer. That means you are going to be implementing this about yes. You are not a consultant. Consultant is not getting this government scheme.
we made a project slide here. We gave it the lens to consider it room. Either groups, one of the provide the awareness of rural areas partners. We provide the service to the partners of individual area, and we will get the direct subs ready to comment.
Who will give the
No, provides the
nobody will give the not legal.
concepts of the software.
We had, I hope this session you never expected. It was a surprise. Firstly, this is a learning lesson for you. I never kept it, I never kept it in my slot. I kept it deliberately, making sure that when you go back to your campus, you remember this workshop again. Like you have done something and you carry forward that learning into your campus. Right? So let us have the last session, which I deliberately, there are a lot of, I have some startup groups that do not accommodate into this. We will be keeping it tomorrow because we want to select some of the startup form students. So we have already selected. We will be announcing that at the end of the session. And that they will be ready with the presentations, what are the remedies we have discussed. That will be told to you, you have already been told. It is your night homework, get back to your own campus and make sure that tomorrow you have the perfect presentation in your hand. With authentic evidence, data, facts, figures, everything has to be there. When Calcutta Angels comes up and a presentation, final presentation, I want everybody to be up to date. Right? So now we have, again I said, the surprise is always there for you. I have with me, which morning we were discussing about agribusiness, proposition of agribusiness. But when we talk about agribusiness, the most important thing comes up is managing finance. This is a very important proposition. Because where form I am going to get the finance to get my propositions out. So then we have, and obviously I have been in touch with him. So I have with me Sri Shantanu Sharma Bhargava sir from CP. Because you see the profile of his. He is a postgraduate in economics from Delhi School of Economics, MBA in finance from Nansi Munji Institute of Management Studies. Having a work experience of 14 years in financial industry, including commercial banking, housing finance, and development banking. And he has an in-depth knowledge of risk management with regard to financial industry, as well as sound understanding of economic underpinnings of risk analytics involved in the asset liability management functions of CP. Now he is being heading up in EDC. He is a deputy general manager of CP. Now I want you people, the people who want to have a venture. Now what exactly you want to, how you want to have the finance? Because I see a lot of people like your group, your NGO groups are being great in Central University. You people, you are doing an effort, that is good. Because tomorrow, your family, your future is not with an NGO. NGO only you can do it when you become an identity. Unless and if you don't build your own identity, you cannot influence others. So you require a finance or a base. So finance is necessary. And that exactly we want to hear it from. So I want to welcome Shantanu Sharma Bhargava onto the podium. So I want to welcome on the podium Shantanu Sharma Bhargava to have his 20 minutes of his session with you and 10 minutes for a session for question and answer. So that we will continue it within 4:30. So I welcome you podium.
For the last half an hour or so, I was listening to some of the presentations here, interjected by the questions from the reviewers. Uh, Please don't mind if I be critical, because the purpose is not to, be very quickly about whatever this is a learning session. So I was listening to some of the presentations. Your intentions were very good. I want to do this for slum people, that for rural people. Very, very good intention. But let me tell you, in real world, intention is not sufficient. Yes, you need a good intention. At the same time, you cannot be a Santa Claus. You cannot just go on and distributing goodies to each and everybody. And when you, in whatever plan you have, you will have to have a very focused attention. What you are good at. Yes, intention is there. Secondly, you will have to find out your own core competency, what you are good at. You will have to be very economical with your words. I don't know how much time each presentation was given, but when you go to interact with your customer, banker, financier, you won't get time. You will be given limited time, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, and you have to present your case. You cannot just go on, blabbering about that you want to do so and so forth. That won't win the day for you. Anyway, these were some of the observations, because finance is intricately related to entrepreneurship. And today's session was on agribusiness. Whatever you do, whether it is agribusiness, your own, I think more business session on service, be it service, or whatever business you do, finance is an integral part. You cannot escape it. But for a new entrepreneur, getting fund is a very difficult job. When you want to, set up your own industry, own unit, first you will, your what do you call it, present equity. You will get it from your parents, friends. Then probably some of you, you might take some personal loan. You will put it in the business. You breathe, you go there, you cross the data, then they will be giving you some other appointments. So these things are part of the job. drive you is that getting finance for an entrepreneur is pretty difficult. Make no mistake about it. So you will have to train yourself how to approach a banker or a financier seeking funds for your project. So what are the things required when you go to a bank? What are the things people like me look at? So I will deliberate briefly on some of these things. See, when we talk about agribusiness it brings together two diverse fields of economy, like industry and agriculture. And if you can leverage on this interrelationship, then it is good both for you as well as the people in general. And especially if you look at the economy as a whole, since the liberalization that took place in 90s, and especially after you must have heard of GATT, World Trade Organizations, and all those things. There was an agreement on agriculture way back in 1995. Since then, the agribusiness has got a big boost. The banks, financial institutions have devised a lot of schemes. But the main thing is, see, in agribusiness, it has its own nuances. I had come to Odisha about 5-6 months back. And here one of the, I have interacted with some of the agribusiness. One was the cashew processing unit, I think in Gandham district, it's one of the very big industry. Then similarly, that masala making, spices industry. There are quite a few units. Now look at that. I was interacting with one of the one of the entrepreneurs. I mean, he has got spice making industry. Now look at the nuances. See, one of the spices is turmeric. Now the raw turmeric, there are two varieties. I mean, there are many varieties. One is the small one, and one is the big one. People say that the small one is very good because of its flavor, whatever taste, color, everything. But in the market, you must tell, but in the market, the bigger one says it's costly, not the smaller one. See, if he sources this material, then after a lot of time, he has realized that for cleaning, it is easier with the larger one. But the smaller one, when he wants to clean it takes a lot of time, efforts, and all these things. See, a lot of these industries has got its own critical nuances. So, in whatever industry you want to enter in, keep those things in mind. Try to interact at the grassroots level with people. Someone was making some presentation about the slum. I don't know whether you have been to slum, but I was not very much convinced when you said that people don't have employment in the slum. I have been to some of the slums here because we give microfinance, and these microfinance institutions they finance people at the slum. So I think in the month of October I visited some of the slums here. I went there and I realized, you get this what do you call Golgappa and in various places. Some of these people they reside in the slums. They are doing roading business. I came across a couple. The lady, she is into stitching business, and the guy he works in some of the one of the good shop in the town. So it's a misplaced. In the slum, if someone is dead, yes, they might not have the common amenities that household amenities. They might not have a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom house. They might not have proper sanitation facilities, but nonetheless they are earning. You will be amazed. When I was in Mumbai, there is a Dharavi, it's a slum or Asia's largest slum. There are people say there are crores live there. You have some few inches of extra space, you can rent it out for a portion. So it is a misplaced concept. And although my topic is managing finance, but finance is one of the last thing. Before that, you will have to decide on the business model, and the business model, as I told you earlier, that it doesn't prosper. You cannot build a business model based on good intention or your intention to do good to others. And don't show pity to others. It's not that people staying in the slum, they are waiting for you to do something to you. It's not like that. What you have to do, don't try to do charity. Moment you try to do charity, you lower the dignity of the other person. So what should be our motive? We should be able to open avenues for others to make economic activities. That should be our. At the same time, each one of us who are undertaking an activity, they should be benefited. And don't make too many goals. I was someone was asking whether you want to do business for yourself or for them. Now don't take it. These are the things you should learn. You have to be very focused, one thing at a time. Because at the end of the day, you must have heard of philanthropists, the people who make billions and they donate also billion. But before donating also they try to see how whatever they are donating, whether it is self-sustaining or not. You must have heard of Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation. It's not that they are donating. They are donating or not throwing money. They try to see that money goes for a cause and it revolves. It revolves. It doesn't get, ended up on just one cause or one activity. So when you approach a banker, they will try to look at this thing, the business plan. That is very important. And business plan you cannot build, overnight. You will have to prepare a plan. You have to discuss it with your friends, sometimes your enemies, and all the people. That what are the pros? I brought a presentation. I could not show you, but let me business plan this. I think worth taking. Let me read it out, and I will just ask you something. Its quote opens. Valentine, however, did not become a preeminent Silicon Valley investor by relying on surface appearances. What bothered him more was that he knew nothing about marketing and seemed content to peddle his product in individual stores one by one. Valentine told him, if you want me to finance you, you need to have one person as a partner who understands marketing and distribution and can write a business plan. Have you understood what I mean? Let me go to the next step. Martella, the name of a person, proposed to him that they write a business plan together. If it comes out well, I will invest. Martella said, and if not, you have got a few weeks of time for free. He began going to Martella's house in the evenings, kicking around projections and talking through the night. We made a lot of assumptions, such as about how many houses would have a personal computer, and there were nights we were up until 4 a.m. He recalled. I have quoted two paragraphs. Now, can you guess regarding who I am referring to when I say he? This is, interactions with one gentleman regarding business plan. They were looking for some investor. He said that no, I'd like to see the business plan. Any guess? No guess. This was, I am quoting from Steve Jobs, Apple's founder. This biography by Walter Isaacson. So now I know Apple is famous, but in its when it was growing up as an as a startup entrepreneur. So the kind of problems the business plan plays a role in one's business. And what is important is that they work on assumptions. Maybe not. That is required. See, for making presentation here, that is fine. But what is more important is when you go to real life. Another important thing, when you are studying or when you are attending any, training, I mean, this one like workshop, you always work in a, controlled environment. You will be given the project is given. I think it must have given what is to be worked out, marketing, everything is, but in real life, we don't have it. In real life, everything will be fluid, flux. So you will have to uncertain. So you will have to be able to work out under what or plan under uncertainty. That is one of the very important things. Because when a banker look at your projections, like I also don't know whether it will work or not. So I will work on many, probabilities. If business doesn't do well, if it goes very well, so I will take some average. You might come with a very optimistic assumptions. So at the same time, you should have the pessimistic assumptions. These are good of the game in whatever field you are there. So as a financier, I will require those things. And especially in agribusiness, there are few things I think you should keep that in mind. Agribusiness, whatever field you are into, marketing and all those things, prices, volatility in prices, you should always keep that in mind. And that is a risk, because sometimes, crop might do very well, because rain was good, everything. But because crop has done well, the price might crash. Your production is very good, but the price might crash. So always you should have some, data how to mitigate these risks. There are different products. I think you should, educate yourself from your training or whatever. There are different products. There are different mechanisms to hedge these risks. So whenever you are in agribusiness and when you go to a, financier or a banker, so they will try to look at the plan like this, that how you are addressing those risks. So just don't wish them away. In my case, these things won't happen. In other cases, it might happen. In my case, it won't happen. My, the income part will be on the outward. That doesn't happen. So keep that thing in mind. Before I end, I think you have time for screen.
If you have questions, what will you ask?
Yeah. Okay, fine. Before I end this session, I just, as an upcoming entrepreneur, I hope all of you have some intention to start on your own. Whatever you do, small, big, but few things, keep in mind. There is no shortcut. These things, it looks like, when you used to grow up, our parents used to say, don't take shortcut. I think those who are already in business, there is no shortcut. Because if you take a shortcut, you will face a lot of difficulties. And as a banker, we try to look at the business model like that only. Your business plan, whenever any proposal comes, we try to look at the, how they are doing, whether the statutory dues are being paid, your taxes and all those things. But apart from that, our cash flow processing units, I was interacting with a delegation of them. So they were facing some problems in their working capital. Their complaint was that banks are not giving, enhancing their working capital limit. But what I realized that a substantial amount of their turnover, it doesn't get reported. Fair enough. doesn't get reported. So you can do business in cash or something, you might not show it. But when you go for institutional finance, we'll look at the your books of records. So suppose you are saying your turnover is 100, but you are showing only 30 in your balance sheet or P&L, then we have to look at that one. I mean, you cannot expect whatever you are saying, you can take into account. So these things are important. And in business, I don't know how many of you are familiar with this solvency term, and liquidity. Because this is not a technical term, let me put it like this. Solvency is basically your assets and liabilities. I might say that I am a very rich man. I have got 3 houses, buildings, whatever, worth crores, and my liabilities are not much. Liabilities are maybe 80 lakh. So 1 crores of assets, 80 lakhs of liabilities. So my net worth is 20 lakh. So I am a solvent, but I might not be liquid because liability 80 lakhs and my all assets are in house, nothing in cash. If you want 1,000 rupees also from me, I will be able to pay. What does that mean? So mere solvency doesn't serve the purpose. So sometimes I have seen, industrialists, businessmen, when they grow, they go on a asset acquisition spree. Car, bangla, everything, house. But then they don't bother about the liquidity. So you need cash to do business, to run, because cash is like what? It's like a oil, based on which your business basically runs. So always these are fundamental principles, but people with years of experience in business, they sometimes get carried away. They think, I have got this property, that property, all those things that is sufficient. And sometimes what happens? You might be investing, your business is something, try to invest as much as possible in your business. Sometimes it might so happen that you might think, I have got this much asset, but when you require, you won't be able to dispose them. So what, I have got 3 houses, worth 1 crore. But if I want to sell it because of whatever reason, I won't be able to sell it. Or even if I sell it, it will sell for maybe 50 lakhs, maybe 60 lakhs. So these issues are always keeping in cash and the solvency, their liquidity. As I grow, aspiring entrepreneurs, you should keep these things in mind. I have a problem of decision making under uncertainty, risk taking ability. And I will end my presentation with another quote. To run a business, to start an entrepreneur, you need many things. An idea, a plan, maybe assistance from others by way of human capital, by way of money, loan. But at the end of the day, the business, the main fulcrum of the business is you yourself. If it is your business, you will have to be a role model for the business. And that will happen when you try to develop yourself. You will have to do business. Sometimes you might think that sitting in a chamber, calling out your friends, customers through whom you will be able to run the business, but that's not correct. You will have to go like someone was trying to do something for the benefit of slum, whatever. You have to go to the slum. You have to spend time outsiders, meeting your customers, suppliers, and it is hard job. It is hard job. These are no, golden wisdom. These are common sense, but sometimes we tend to forget. Let me, let me close this presentation with a quote from Peter Drucker. Let me read it out. The place to start managing is not in the plant, and it is not in the office. You start with managing yourself by finding out your own strengths or competency. By placing yourself where your strengths can produce results and making sure that you set the right example, which is basically what ethics is all about. in any business, don't complain about others. Try to do the right thing. And placing your people where their strengths can produce results. Because business, it cannot be, more often it is not a one-man show. You might start the business. After some time, you might take one of your friend, colleague, teacher as partner. So you have to take people and assign them what they can do their best. And that is very much important. Through, professional courses, professional education, you can always work on your weaknesses. But that can't take you very far. So, as a professional student, always try to look at what you do good, what is your core competency. Can you deploy that core competency something worthwhile? And if you can figure it out, map it out, it's your way. Thank you very much. Any questions? Yes.
See, as you saw from the presentations, these people know their own idea, like any other startup, but they are not able to prepare a bankable project. So, what is the provision from your side or from the government to assist such people?
See, in my presentation, see, I tell you about actually what, where I come from. I made it to you. In fact, I made it to myself also, but somehow I didn't find it also. Yes, I made it. Yes, thank you very much. See, I didn't tell you about from which background I come from. I work for an organization called Small Industries Development Bank of India. This is a central government institute. Way back in 1990, this was the small industries portfolio of Industrial Development Bank of India was carved out and established as a separate institution. Now our mandate is to work for the promotion, development, and financing of MSMEs, micro, small, and medium enterprises. We have a schemes. I will not go into those details. My presentation is also not there. But what we have done, we have a website that is called smallb.in. www.smallb.in. Now, if you go to smallb.in, there we have collected all the things that an aspiring entrepreneur wants. In fact, we have put the business plan, the projections, Excel sheet, everything. Here if I can let me just try. Now, in see generally in the if you go to a bank or something, any bank project, there are two types of securities you must be doing. When you go to a bank, they will ask for securities. They won't give money just like that. One thing is, suppose you want to buy a machine. The machine costs 40 lakhs. So obviously bank will have some charge on that machine, and that is called primary security. That means with the bank's money, whatever Yeah, here. Down low. Only 3 clear blocks in the profitability projects of projects. These are some of the tools you can use. Many people take use of using, and this is an important. If you should go and try to read as much as possible, because there are a lot of things that are concerned in setting up a business. Those things are explained.
When it comes to a particular idea, a standard formula is you have to go for customized business model. Then these standard things will not.
See, that's right. There is no other thing. So here it will give you the basic profitability projects. Now, if you want to prepare a vegetable project or whatever, then rest of the things you will have to work on yourself. And sometimes people go to consultants. They were not only there, consultant, affording consultant is one thing. But even if you can afford, you just leave everything to the consultant. That is also another thing. We have come across people very good, bankable project. But we also know nowadays anything can be prepared. So when you interact with the promoter, that what is the basis for this, that they are clueless because someone else has prepared. So even if you see, sometimes your friend might prepare, sometimes your friend might work as a consultant, but try to involve yourself. What? It is not that it is your business. So even if you assign the job to someone else, and many a time you can do it yourself, it might take time. Because we also understand, sometimes we ask people that you can come yourself. We try to provide them. But any small industries, MSMEs, they are also short of time. So willingly they assign it to someone else because they have got better things to do. They would like to spend their time in the marketing or distribution, all those instead of filling up form or working out these projects. So because of various circumstances, they assign it to the consultant. But even if you do it, assign to consultant, my humble submission is that try to involve yourself. One should understand what is being projected. Because bankers, it's all confidence. When I interact with a promoter, and if I find that he knows inside out of his project, it gives me confidence. But when I find that he is fumbling or something, I also lose confidence.
What about you support only manufacturing units or service industries also?
No, we finance service industry.
But in service industries, the liabilities are very less. More of the working capital than just the liabilities. What do you see in that project?
No, it will depend. See, if the project is what it is required. If it requires standalone, if we can fund. If the purpose and our funding scheme match, we can finance. We have done it. Service industry also comes under MSMEs only.
So, like you're saying, 1 lakh to 1 crore, no liability loans you provide.
Not no liability, no collateral.
Sorry,
No collateral.
what's the difference?
See, now suppose you come for you want to purchase a machine. It's simple. It costs 50 lakhs. And 50 lakhs I finance it, and the machine which then I purchase me. Then I have charge. But apart from that, so that is called primary security because you have purchased it with my money, the bank's money. Apart from that, bank will insist on collateral, some other security, maybe a crop of land, house, and all those things. But up to 1 crore, this instead of collateral, this guarantee can be taken. But it comes at a cost, 1% to buy.
And one more thing what I'm trying to ask you is,
We have a time constant, you can have an interaction with move them. Because students will move. So they will be moving to similar things because they have the long way to go. So you can interact with the sub, you can visit his office anytime, that is in general office. And probably after the office hour also you can interact with him. because your propositions will be working. So we love to have it, because we love to have it in the office. So he has given you all visiting card. And anybody, students, have a question, please point it out. Sirs, take the visiting card of sir. Right, I have all the details. Whenever you want to come up and you want to invite him to your campus, is obviously you have to take his permission. So try to invite to your campus, show your projects, so things will work out. Right? Thank you, Santanu sir. Because there were things which I learned about today is because you student when you go then I have group 4. So group 4 will be making presentation tomorrow, the final result. Then we have a group 5. Group 5 will be making the final presentation tomorrow. And we have the last group, group 6. So they have left because the girls are there, because they will be going to the Germany campus. So they are on the right. So they are going. So we will be informing. These 4 groups will be finally presenting tomorrow. So prepare mentally what questions we have discussed today. So make it a plan tomorrow that tomorrow you don't have invitation on it. I want all the body languages to be proper tomorrow when you are before an investor. Because he will be sourcing you to an investor. So make sure that is, if tomorrow that investor is not, or the source person is not convinced about the way of venture, you never will be able to succeed. Let us start in a small way. So we again thank on behalf of our Ismail family, Century University family, Affinity family, and the Startup Venture family. So thank you very much, Officer. So you be in touch with him and we follow the day. Thank you very much.